today. Just something that I'm going to test out on the channel. And I'm just going to see how this live does go on. I'm just checking the quality of the microphone. But I'm just showing a little bit of my morning routine as well. My morning routine does start here. It does start here in the office. Look at that microphone. And which I do some work. It is, it's 20 past 10. I've already done some work for another YouTube channel that I've got, and that's been done already. I'm now looking at some of the British news. I am checking out some British news and Spanish news, and I noticed that a drug dealer that laundered millions of pounds on the Costa Blanca, bringing hash from Morocco, has died. He was once worth 20 million. He's died in hospital as he faced a prison sentence. It's absolutely, oh my God. The 68-year-old was waiting to hear whether he would start a prison sentence over a 2013 cocaine seizure. It's absolutely bonkers, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if you're on, is anyone on TikTok? Because it seems to be that there's an awful lot of these drug dealers that frequent social media, and some of the things that they get up to is just bonkers. It is just bonkers, and that's all I'm going to say about it. In other news, I've been noticing a lot of millionaires jumping ship from the UK and making their way to Spain. And there's a couple of them who are on YouTube. Yes, millionaires on YouTube, but they're talking about all the. It's funny because they've jumped ship coming to Spain, and then they're talking about all the issues that's going on back home in the United Kingdom, and they're the front of all the nonsense that's going on back home. Now, I don't want to get into a conversation about that, but I just find it funny that some of these people are jumping ship and coming to Spain, and what visas are they on? I'm just putting it out there. I mean, what visas are these people on? Are they on non-lucrative visas? Are they on golden visas? Do you know, it's okay talking about immigrants and everything back home in the United Kingdom, but then when you're one here in Spain, it's a bit double standards. Anyway, looking at some other news, unfortunately, yesterday up in Salou, 2 kids lost their life in the sea. God rest their souls. It's nothing worse than going on holiday with your kids and them passing away. And then there's another one. There seems to be a lot of negativity out there when it comes to Spain. British holidaymaker dies after being found face down in a Mallorca hotel swimming pool. And then there's another appeal for a missing Brit who failed to return. Anthony, Baz, will you be in Benidorm? We will be in the next 7 days. Me and my kids would like to say hi. I could possibly nip up to Benidorm. Why would you go to Benidorm on holiday? Benidorm of all places. Benidorm's okay. I like Benidorm, but it's I prefer down Cabo Roig and that because it's a bigger Irish community, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, Benidorm's all right as long as see a lot of people talk about Benidorm and it gets a lot of bad press, but you've got 2 different sides to Benidorm completely. You've got the one side of Benidorm that's this, and it's not even a full side of the town. It's a couple of streets. You know, it's about 2 or 3 streets. It's like watching Coronation Street. And you've got the Rovers Return on one of them, and you've got this small area of Benidorm that gives it such a bad name. But then when you go to the old town, and then you go over the wee hill bit, and then you go to the other beach, the Poniente Beach, it's like a different resort completely. It's unbelievable. It's a more Spanish resort, and it's nothing like the British side of Benidorm. I mean, can you even call it the British side because it's it's probably the British area is maybe about quarter of what Benidorm is, but it does get such a bad name. But there's a lot of people on TikTok and stuff that are going that love it, and they do. I mean, they're on TikTok every single day, and to be fair on them, fair play to them, because they're making quite a lot of money off of TikTok, talking about Benidorm and promoting Benidorm, and just so fair play to them. I'm all up for people finding alternative ways to earn a living, and if they want to be on TikTok and talk about Benidorm and just be Benidorm daft, fair play to them. But it's not the type of resort that I particularly like. It's not the side of Spain that I really wanted to move to. Morning, Stuart. I'm good. So, everyone has their own little dreams and what they think Spain is. Now, there was a question that I got asked on Instagram, and Carl and myself were going to answer this one, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he did ask about the crime down in Orihuela Costa. Now, this was an interesting question, because he's planning to move to Orihuela Costa with his family, down to the Cabo Roig area, down to Lasagna. But every time he goes online, he keeps seeing about muggings, he keeps seeing about all the crime that's down in Orihuela Costa. And you've got to remember, Orihuela Costa is massive. Lasagna, Villa Martin, and fair play to Villa Martin for having to take that tribute on the other night. The plaza was absolutely rocking. It looks like the plaza may be getting back to what it used to be a few years ago. But talking about the crime in the area, it can be, when you look at stuff online, there's crime everywhere. There is crime everywhere. Is there an excessive crime down in the Orihuela Costa? I think because people complain about the lack of police down there. The police that are down in Orihuela Costa are just the local police. There is no Guardia Civil police in the area. They have to come up from Horadada. And is it a free-for-all? There's bad eggs everywhere. I mean, there's stabbings and everything going on in Torrevieja, but you don't see it all over the social media. People complaining about Torrevieja being... I always think it can be very selective. It's a fantastic area. I mean, if you're from Scotland, it's probably, if you know Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy and Thornton, three different towns, two general big sized town and a little village in between. It's probably an area the size of that, and it's all holiday homes. 90% of it is people that just go there on holiday. Only has the one it has two. No, it's only got Lasagna Hotel really in the area. So it's not. Doesn't come under. It's a funny one, because I've called the area a resort, and people say it's not a resort. Resort has hotels in it, but the whole entire area is an area of maybe two towns back in the UK that's all holiday homes. If that's not a resort, what is? And it's more for golfers and stuff up Villa Martin way. So it's a lovely, lovely area. I love it. Is it a crime central? I don't think it's any worse than anywhere else, to be honest. I just think that people that shout online about bad things and negativity when it comes to Orihuela Costa seem to get heard more. People don't like good news stories. I'm sorry, they don't. You see it on YouTube channels every day. You see negative headlines, and people are drawn to the negativity. And it's the same when you're doing research, whether to stay in an area or not to stay in an area. You'll see a lot of things where people are saying, "Oh, the crime rate, the crime rate, the crime rate." But those that are happy with it, those that are the ones that are out there saying it's a great place to stay, they're not making as much noise. So, you've got to go somewhere and live somewhere and test it out. And I don't think it's as bad as what people make out. But then that's just my own opinion. So anyway, this was all about my morning routine starts here. I'm going to quickly just then go outside before someone is... Hi, Jenny. We'll go ahead and see what the day is like. Usually start my morning in this space right here. Come out here before anyone gets up and feel the nice, cool air. The good thing about Spain at this time of the morning is the air is really cool. A nice, cool breeze. It's motley. So anyway, it was just a quick live this morning. I'm maybe going to go live 2 or 3 times today, just to try different things out, because I feel that sometimes some of the videos that we're doing and the way that the channel's been going over the last month, the algorithm hasn't been at its best. I mean, the channel's done fine this month, but a lot of the time, when it comes to the feasibility, mean, YouTube is a business to me. And it's how I'm registered as making my living in Spain in the film industry. You can go and Google it, actually, you can find it out and you can see that I am. But I think that this channel has stagnated slightly over the last year. And that's probably more to do with the fact that people like videos of certain areas, but we'll wait and see what happens. Anyway, let me just show you what a beautiful day it is. A little bit of cloud. I don't know what the temperature is at this current moment. Let's see if we could scan in on that. Well, let's scan in and tell us the temperature. Anyway. Oh, beautiful morning. And I might go live. I might try and go live about 3 or 4 times today, rather than doing pre-recorded videos. Because I sometimes think that pre-recorded videos, when I'm out, you know, the time it takes you to get somewhere, do the video, and then edit the video and such like, and you know, it's a lot of work. But anyway, hope you all have a fantastic day. I need to go doing some more work. See, this is good because I've ticked something off my to-do list today already. Well, this is the second one. So I've done 2 lives already on different channels, which is brilliant. Anyway, right, I shall see you all later on. I'm going to try and get, good morning to you. I'm going to try and get the missus on some videos in the next couple of days, as I'm just watching the dog chew a stick. Oh, look at her, she's all chilled out. You okay down there? No. Got your ball? Got your ball? Huh? Right, keep an eye on the channel. I'm going to go later on, might go into, I need to go into Control and get some milk. Go through some amount of milk. I'm maybe going to stop drinking milk. I wonder if that's what's bloating my stomach. Don't know. Anyway, hasta luego.